I made a Lego Harry Potter wand that obeys your voice. Here's how I did it, and here's how you can too. But there's a very challenging part in the build, so stay around to the end so you don't make any of the mistakes I did.
Lumos!
We need to build the base of the wand. Here are the pieces you will need. You'll need a 2x14 plate to start out. Very important. Harry Potter's wand was exactly around 11 to 12 inches, and that's what we're going for. So the hilt has to be around 4 to 5 inches for the wand to be about the size that it was in the movie. You'll also need the 2x16 plates because the hilt is actually this long. The last thing you'll need is the power functions lights. This is what is going to light up your wand. We have to store all this in the handle. You're going to take your 14 plate and you're going to put that on top just like that. And I'm going to line these staggered back and forth. You can really place these anywhere on this part that you want, except leave a space right here. What I like to do now is put these guys on top. Next, we're going to put these guys all over. You want to keep this open and I'll explain why that is in a minute. Now you can stuff all the wires in between these parts, and then you can put your last 2x14 on top, right like that. So that is how you hide the electronics in the handle to give that detail of the wand. So it's going to look something like that, so you can grab onto it and it has a good grip. The next part we need to make is the core of the wand. Wands for Harry Potter have a core inside them. You know, there'll be the unicorn hair or the dragon scale, whatever it is. I did not plan for this to happen, but it ended up having to have a core for this whole thing to work. This is the most important piece. All the core is it's this piece with a transparent core. You have to have this core in there. The blue also works great, and these are pretty easy to find. You can also, they make red ones if you want a red core. You can do whatever color you want to put in your wand. This is the core you want to use. For the stick part of the wand is very, very simple. All it is a bunch of these 2x4 round plates, and I love these, and you stack these up. You'll notice that there's some barrels in here, and you might be like, what are those for? Well, these are very important. These disperse the light throughout the wand so it becomes brighter. The barrels are very important. So say I have the wand, right, and I put the core. This is going to be your core. Now if you put a barrel in here, it disperses the light in between here, which if you were to just throw this in here, see how it kind of blocks out the light? We can assemble the wand now. So if we put it like this, I dispersed random barrels throughout the wand and right here, because at the very tip it will kind of expose more of the light. Now how we connect the core to the wand is you're just going to stick this through here and it gives it a nice and strong look. And now the last part of the wand is you just stick this part inside, stick one of them, and now you can stuff the whole thing in here. And you stuff it all in like that. So now you have the wand kind of like this. See how it works? See how much brighter it is in there?
I think I'm better than Crookshanks.
Oh, really? And tell me one thing you've done besides sit around.
I lick my paws once in a while. Gotta stay clean.
At least Crookshanks chases rats.
I chase you around.
Oh, come on.
Say no more.
I need a new pet. So after you've made the wand, here is my version of the wand I've made. I've put colors to it and made it more kind of like how I have pictured Harry Potter's wand to be. This actually has a white core in it, so it's a lot brighter. How are we going to make it voice activated? This is such a cool part to do, so let's get into it. All you're going to need is an NXT sound brick, and a wire. You're going to plug this into port 2 right here, and you're going to clip this into your soundboard. When it hears your voice, it will do a command. Here are some of the cords you need for this project, guys. This is a NXT cable, 2 power functions. This is an adapter, but this is how you're able to plug power functions motors into your NXT. So these are really cool. These are about 10 to 15 bucks on eBay. I bought a 3-pack, so they're very affordable. Your next cable is a old power functions to new power functions. These are the old power functions, and so these will clip on together. And so you have to have this adapter to be able to work with power functions. And the last thing I got was an extension cable. Power functions do not make a very long extension cable. So this is 50 inches long, and this cost me $5, and it's amazing. Why this is important is because the lights that we're using are power functions, and so we have to have adapters and cables. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna attach this here, right? And this to here. you're gonna plug this into port A, and that is all the wiring you need. I have got a new project going here. You're gonna go over here to this orange one and you're gonna hit wait button. And this is where it'll wait to hear the sound of your voice. Come down here to this guy and you're gonna hit sound sensor. The next thing you wanna do is you wanna put a motor here, and you're gonna want to select port A down here, and we're gonna put it at 100% power. You're gonna switch the rotations to unlimited. That way it'll stay full power until you're ready to stop. The next one is we want to put a wait button here, and this time you want to come down here and select time. And this is a very important step. Do not miss that, or that is why your program will not work. Next, we are going to add another time one right here. And again, you're going to select your sound sensor. The last block of code you're going to put is this. Again, select port A, and you're going to hit this little stop sign thing right here. That means your program is going to stop. Now, the last thing I want to do is on each of these in this little area down here, I want to switch it to 80 decibels on both of these guys. The important thing to switching to 80 decibels is it's a louder frequency, so you have to yell to get it to work. If it's too quiet, you know, a little snap, or if a clap or a breath will trigger it to go on. So you want to make sure that it's loud enough to where it can not hear all the background noises, but just hear you shouting. After you get your coding, you can go ahead and download that to your NXT. Now that we've done our coding, we can see that when the sound sensor hears a sound, it will put power through one of these 3 ports. And so if we've coded the right port, Lumos, you can see how you've got your lights to go on and off. All right, now we've got this whole thing done. I'm going to show you here how to hide all these controls so you can't see any of this stuff and all you see is the wand. So here is the trick of how to do that. We've got a hoodie on. You'll need a long sleeve shirt for this, obviously, but this is all it's going to take. You're gonna take your wire and you're gonna feed it down through your arm. And so you just have this sticking out here. Next part is you're gonna plug it into port A. You're gonna put it in your pocket, and the speaker will still pick you up because we've coded it loudly. Clip this together right here. And you're gonna slide this down your arm. And there, it looks like you can't even see where the instructions, and all you people are gonna hear is Lumos, and you'll be able to light up. Now that we've finished it, there's only one thing left to do. Let's go test it and see if it works on a Dementor.
Lumos. Nuts.
If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and click up here. Expecto Patronum!